Danganronpa.
And we are back. I don't even need a light for this. Yes, Snapchat, please tell me. Look, I hate Snapchat's double notification of who he's typing. They're typing. I don't need to know. Just tell me when the message is sent. Damn. Let me do like that. I'm so weird. But I'm gonna take down the sound for you guys because it's loud music here. It's super loud. Yes. I don't think this will be the most interesting thing for Alice, but if he doesn't like it, I can switch up. I should have gotten something to drink, but it's fine. Last night I was attacked by someone wearing a mask. And whoever it was, I don't know how I escaped it by somehow pressing something. I don't know why, but now they're laying dead in front of me. I feel this is not the game to play. Why do we have to start with Joe? Oh my god. Okay, it's fine. He's gonna stumble up on the. No, he's probably not. He's probably gonna leave in like 5 minutes. Telling you, there's a corpse hanging on here. Are they really dead? Is this really a dead body? You need to begin looking around right away. However, be ever so careful. There's no telling what you might find. Can't say that much, buddy. We need to find out who this actually is. There's no way to tell with the mask covering their face like that. And with the white coat they're wearing, makes it impossible to tell anything about the body itself. Well, you can take it off. The victim is a total mystery. But one thing I do know is that whoever it is, they attacked me last night in my room. But why? How did they wind up dead in here? Their heart isn't beating. They're not breathing. All sense of lives have come to a complete stop. Thanks to the knife that's been driven into their stomach, their clothes are stained a bright red. It appears the bleeding has stopped, but the blood that's there is still wet. Be careful you don't touch it and get some money. How can you be so calm at a time like this? Who is it? Their face and body are all hidden, so I don't have a clue. I'm pretty sure it's a girl, at least. Huh? How can you tell? Well, I think I see the outline of her chest, and just the general shape of the body. Yeah, the more I look, the more I'm sure it's a girl. Really? Then could it be... Okay, let's just tear the mask clean off.
Come on.
Wait, don't. But by the time he called out, it was already too late. Toko's hand shot out towards the mask. And in the next instant... Ooh, bye Toko. There's a blinding light and a deafening roar. The body blew up. Wait, did we get the announcement of a dead body? It blew up, it blew up, and it blew up, it blew up, it blew up, it blew up. My vision started to darken. I prepared to pass out, but then... Hurry up, put out the fire. As my consciousness attempted to float away, that voice reached up and pulled it back down to earth. Someone pressed something into my hands. It was a bucket of water. Come on, dump the water on it! Okay. The upper half of the body was on fire. I took aim and tossed the water as hard as I could. It's bloosh. Thankfully, that was enough to put out the fire. It died down, leaving behind only the unpleasant smell of burning. I guess that took care of it. But what the hell, man? It exploded?
What did you say?
I had a bad feeling about the body, but I never imagined it would explode. And now the body...
What?
Well, Toko did the same thing I would have done, so thank you, girl. I'm glad it's not me. It's burnt to crisp. That's beyond well done, man. Don't compare it to a steak. I'll never be able to eat steak again. And now that the body's charred, I really have no idea. How are we gonna find out who it was? Who isn't here right now? Huh?
What?
If you consider who is not here, that will quickly narrow down who it must be. There's only one person missing. It's Kyoko. Kyoko? Then that dead body is Kyoko? No, that can't be right. Calm down. I didn't say it was Kyoko.
But
I mean, who else? There is one other person.
in other words,
The mastermind. What? The mastermind? Come on, there's no way the mastermind got charred, broiled. What? Get serious. I agree. Normally, the idea wouldn't be worth considering, but I have some reason to believe it might be true. The mastermind being dead would explain that other matter, wouldn't it? Monokuma can hardly move around if the master is dead, right?
but
The corpse is a girl, right? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, remember that what alter ego said? So the same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all of this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now.
what the heck?
He said the mastermind is some middle-aged dude, right? Which the corpse obviously isn't. Then could that mean the mastermind isn't the headmaster? Is it the teenage girl Kyoko told me about? The ultimate despair?
Huh?
Yeah, you shouldn't have seen. Oh my god. Dude, you promised you wouldn't tell this to people. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student at Hope's Peak.
What?
Oh, what are you talking about? The other day, Kyoko confided in me. Yeah, that's why I shouldn't tell people. She said there was a 16th student here in this school. I think you'd better tell us everything you know. Well, all Kyoko told me was...
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in the school, the one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
It sounded like Kyoko thinks Mukuro Ikusaba is the mastermind. No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind. I'm sure of that. What? I don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right.
I see.
Then there's another student here, and it's a female? That would match the body's characteristics.
So,
And that phrase, the ultimate despair, it sounds super mastermindly, doesn't it? Mastermindy. Okay, so the mastermind is the girl Mukuro? And she's a student here, and she's the ultimate despair? But if she's hiding here in the school like some teenage Bigfoot, how'd she wind up to a crisp? None of this makes any sense, just suddenly showing up and then die? I think we better take a closer look at the body. There may be some clues to help us figure out exactly who it is. Hey, wait,
What?
are we forgetting something? You know, Toko, yeah. Yeah, she flew across the screen here. Oh, yeah, she totally got blown up, huh? Forget about her, I'm sure the explosion vaporized her. Come on. Okay. Ah, she survived. She survived. What? Huh? What just happened? Master.
Stop talking.
You declare for the whole world to hear that you would never again inhale a single molecule of oxygen. Then don't mind breathing in the carbon dioxide you exhale. That's enough for me to live. This is the strangest back and forth I've ever seen. You can say that again, Hiro. Hey, you okay, girl? I saw something out of the corner of my eye just for a second. It's a corpse, isn't it? Well, I guess so. Yes? Which is it? Is it a dead body or not? It's a dead body. I hate this. I hate it. I'm not gonna look at it. I don't want to faint again. Yeah, we don't want that either, so I think it's best you don't look. Everyone is dying. Why? Why is this happening? Excuse me, what is this? Right now, I have to focus on the body. What is this? It's fine. I should take a closer look at the body one more time. Watch yourself, Makoto. She might be dead, but she's still a girl. Oh, come on. Don't worry. I don't plan on touching the body at all that much. I'm not Kyoko after all. Ultimate morgue worker. Game, at least try. Come on. Hold on, there's something on the ground there. It's a key. Is it what Kyoko took from the Monokuma? But what did you steal?
So,
I stole this. A key? But looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. It was shaped like Monokuma. And it was probably the only key of its kind on Earth. That's right, the key she stole was shaped like Monokuma. This isn't anything like that. And this key is...
What?
What is it? Did you find something? Yeah! This was on the ground near the body. I've never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to? So even you don't know either, then? Even you don't know then? Makoto, I'm going to give you a very important task. Huh?
I see.
That key might give you access to certain areas we thought were locked. You mean
So in other
the
words,
biolab, the data center, the headmaster's room, the dorm room on the second floor? The dorm room on the second floor. Wait, there was another dorm room? Well, that would make sense. It's in your hands. So I'm your errand boy now. No, he's putting a lot of trust in you! Dude! Makoto, take this as a compliment. I'm not done yet! I'm not done yet! Oh my god! Don't- oh no. God damn it. Well... Biolab was definitely locked before. Okay, let's give it a shot. When I went to insert the key I'd found in the garden into the keyhole, the key isn't even close to fitting, which means the key doesn't go into this room. It looks like a memory pan or whatever it's called. Okay, so everything here is... I don't like that it forcing me in different directions when I'm trying to go forward here. The chem was also closed. How's this room in the data center? Oh, okay. Never mind. This was the headmaster. Okay, let's give it a shot. Okay, the keyhole, huh? The key won't go in. The key does not go to this one then. I don't know where the data center was. Yeah, there's nothing else here. Data lab. Yep, that's what I thought. Click. Then this is the key to the data center. I'd managed to unlock the data center. I guess all that running around paid off. I have to go tell everyone else. I immediately headed back to the garden. At least enter the damn room. So you're back. How'd it go? I found out which room the key goes to. It's the data center down on the 4th floor. Then we can get into the data center now. Now? Interesting. But why did the now deceased have that key on them? I suppose we just have to go to the data center and find out. Yeah, I think you're right. Can we examine the damn body? Excuse me, game? You have never forced my hand this hard before. Come on. Here we are. It looks like the door is still unlocked. Hey, so when you open that door, there's not gonna be another huge kaboom like before, right? You're asking the question how? Don't worry, we have Makoto. What? What? It's in your hands. I mean, it means I trust you. That's an absolute lie. I'm just being used. No, it's not a lie! I don't like how you popped in there. But I guess they just all popped in, but she was in front of me. I reached out and put my hand on the door. I closed my eyes and tried to clear my mind. With a silent prayer, I slowly opened the door. I just opened it and just like flung it and just jumped back just in case. Nothing happened. After making sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes. This isn't shady at all. In a word, the room was strange. I'd say creepy. I mean, all the rooms up till now were strange, but this room had a specific kind of strangeness. It wasn't a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here, the fear was lurking beneath the surface. The room was filled with all kinds of dread. Hey, that's... Hito extended a trembling hand and pointed. Look at those monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. So it's cool. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorms, the classrooms, every part of the school was covered. This is... It's the direct feed from every single surveillance camera. All the cameras in the school feedback into this room. In the school, feedback into this room. And they're displaying here on the monitors.
So that's it.
So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us. To watch us? Then this room is...
All clear.
The Mastermind's private room, without a doubt. The Mastermind's room. I guess that makes sense. So the Mastermind was here. Watching us. Then I think this is settles it. Huh? The body in the garden. If they had the key to this room, it can only mean one thing. That was the body of Mikuro Ikusawa. And she was the Mastermind. Then the Mastermind is dead. Like, really, really dead? It would seem so. For serious? It's too bad they had to go and die before Master could kill them himself. The Mastermind is dead. Could that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? Because, I mean, that body... Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death. So, who was it that... But if the Mastermind really is dead, that means we can finally get out of this hellhole. We gotta hurry down, up, and find the exit. Come on! No, we have to check this area thoroughly first. Huh? But what about the exit? If the Mastermind truly is dead, we can leave whenever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the Mastermind set up this life or death game in the first place. And I'm bothered by the fact that the Mastermind was obviously murdered. Murdered? So you think so too, huh? Well, it's obvious. The state of the corpse makes it makes it plain as day. There was absolutely no doubt. Then the mastermind was murdered. Why is it gonna be that way? I mean, who could have even done it? That's exactly why I said we need to investigate the purpose and identity of the mastermind. Now you understand, you useless insect. You're banned from talking to Master ever again. The mastermind's purpose and why they were killed. This room may very well hold the answers to those questions. After all, the mastermind must have spent who knows how much time here. Okay then, let us begin our search. It's time to uncover the identity of the mastermind. There's a bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high-performance PCs. Nothing like the ancient laptops Alter Ego was installed on. They're all on, but they seem to be locked. So what? We can't do anything. We can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in. What century are you from? Mastermind mustn't been using these to monitor the network. And Alter Ego... You may well be right about that. But there's no point in thinking about it now. You're right. There's a really ridiculous number of monitors here. Not really, I'd say. And the mastermind's been using them all to spy on us? As long as I have this... Huh? Look at Master Go. It's like a feast for the eyes. How much is my monthly membership? I didn't want to talk to you. There's nothing showing up in this one. Hey, look! Next to that TV. Isn't that a TV antenna? It is! Just like the one my grandma uses. It's totally one of those high-def antennas. Wait, so if you hook that antenna, could we watch TV? Huh? Did someone say TV? Well, Saturday morning, Hina is here. Are you talking about me? Anyway, if you watch TV, let's do it. Come on! You're all starved for info from the outside world, huh? Alright, let me work my magic and you'll be quantum leaping your way to TV land before you know it. What's that green thing underneath everything here? Oh, that's a light. I mean, I get the reference, but what's he talking about? What I'm curious about is the camera here. No matter when, no matter where, surveillance cameras are following our every move. I mean, they're absolutely everywhere. How many cameras does this place have anyway? No. Not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do the door. That door's kind of creepy. It's got a picture of Monocom on it. What could be inside? No lock. The door's locked, huh? What if you use that key that opened this room? Let's give it a try, just in case. Nope, no good. You won't even fit into the keyhole. Well, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us. Yeah, I guess you're right. What? Excuse me? Gonna beg to know what the cookie means. This is not. Mood is changing. Woohoo. I realize it's been cute. Excuse me. I can't stop thinking about what the drawer with Monochroma's picture on it. But worrying about it isn't gonna do me any good. Hina's right, the mastermind is gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore.
You know?
Oh. What's wrong? Good news for all your Saturday morning kitties out there. I think I got the TV working. Really? Now all we gotta do is switch it on.
What?
And then do it. Freaking idiot and mastermind. Oh, you guys need to cut free from your regrets of the outside world. And they were here sitting here watching TV the whole time? And then they really thought they could get away with it. This I'm interested in, because... this is the feed coming from the surveillance camera monitoring this room, isn't it?
What the heck?
Huh. That's weird.
Come on.
Hey, what are you doing? That's really weird. You're weird. Weird in every way possible, and not just weird, super weird. But this TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how is it showing the camera feed?
Well,
Did you try changing the channel? Good idea. Let's give that a try. I went through each channel one by one. But on every channel, it was just us. It was a live feed of us standing here in the data center. Data center? Data center? Sorry. Is this not, not the right kind of cute to play when this is going to me? What the heck? Is it broken or something?
Could it be?
No, there must be some kind of trick to it. Some weird setup. I love it. I just snuck in like hello. A trick? What kind of trick?
Actually.
I'm not sure, but been a while, you freaking bastards. Monochroma? How? You're supposed to be dead. Be dead? Don't be freaking stupid. Hey, you're acting kind of strange. Something seems different. Different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already. Not even. It's been like half a day at most. How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's it. The look on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see. The moment you went from hope to despair. Don't tell me you pretended to be dead. All for this moment? Why would I ever pretend to be dead? You're the ones should pretend to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. So I'm gonna laugh now. And that's that. Well, it's almost time to cut off your past so full of hope and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you to have a way more fun in this killing game. You can't be serious. We have to keep going? No, we were supposed to get out of here. Get out of here? Are you still obsessed with getting out of here? Oh, no, get it. There is no getting out of here. And besides, this life isn't all bad, you know? I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life, no matter where you are. Yeah, I'd actually love to be in a place like this. You have friends around you, you have a lot of things to do, like... I'm in no hurry. Then again, I have no life, which these people have, except her. Keep her. She's a literal murderer. She is a serial killer. I hate you. This experience. This place is the worst. If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair? Let him laugh for himself. Pop that for I'm not laughing. I guess I'll just get to the point now. The point? You guys really struggled when you found that TV. Yes, indeed. That TV is an essential part of your school life here. True. I knew it was hiding some secret of some kind. But I connected the antenna, so why is it just showing us the surveillance feed? Look how attractive they are now. No, attentive? I can't read. Well then, I'm gonna let you in on blood-gushing secret and tell you about it. The TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in on the antenna. Huh? But does that mean it's displaying the signal, but it's just us standing here? You're so stupid. Don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you. This killing game is being broadcasted live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. What? This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. It doesn't matter how many times it says it. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. It's supposed to mean exactly what it says. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I'd understand the deeper meaning. What? Broadcast live to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this? It can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow? The camera feed is being broadcast? No way, that's impossible! What kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system, you know? You know that? All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijack the airways is easy mode. Are you being serious right now?
Of course.
What? My text didn't send. Send. Okay. Weird. Did it send this time? Okay, I think we're good. Okay. I heard a kind of creaking, but the sound was coming from my own mind. Like a boat tossing in the ocean. My mind had begun to creak and groan. Everything has a meaning, you know. All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits, about the school's mysteries. Even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience, to show them true despair, like they'd never seen it before. I became a director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show. The best in despair entertainment. You're lying. If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy. Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't be trying to come and rescue us.
Actually,
What if they already did? Huh?
yes indeed.
Then again, it's not just really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV to try and warn you, but who'd actually come here to help? Don't worry. Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally though, so whatever.
This can't be.
But to take control of all communication like that, you need an astronomical amount of resources. Yup. So how could things have come this far? Well, that's the secret. There's something you all need to do first, remember? What?
Of course.
Yeah, duh. Here's the little business of...
A body has been discovered.
There's weird silent breaks. Well, I wonder what it might be. You all people should know.
After a certain amount of time,
This is usually when I drink, but I have nothing.
the class trial will begin.
Have this. Huh? Suddenly just stopped reading. Well, you should know why. Class trial? Do you mean... Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'll leave the next Monokuma file right here. Everyone, give it all you got, okay?
Heart-pounding excitement.
Okay. Things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for a heck of a ride.
I can't wait.
Thanks, Monokuma, for reading for me. And then he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible. You know, the truth hopelessly out of reach. And we all were left with... And all we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment? And how is he still alive?
Sick of this.
I thought that finally we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial? Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial. What it means is that at this point we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko. What? What are you talking about? I thought Mukuro Ikusawa was the one who died. The victim was a female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that conditions. Though that condition. Not multiple. No, Kyoko, senpai. My female senpai. And if Monokuma is still alive and active, it means that the mastermind Mukuro Ikusawa isn't dead. If we inspected the body, we could see the hand and the nails. That's not hers. Come on. Wait, doesn't Kyoko also wear clothes? Hold on. Have I seen her hands? I can't remember. I'm not sure. So naturally the body can't belong to her, so it must be Kyoko. There's no other possibility. The body's Kyoko's? Kyoko's been murdered. No, it's not possible. Because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. To have it end like this. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it. Whether you believe it or not does not matter. Doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. But myself... Anyway. We'd better begin. But if we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer...
That's right.
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, no. Oh, but you just said...
Stop talking.
I don't have time to explain now. There's a variable mountain of issues we need to confirm. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. This is how the game works, after all. I guess everyone remember. Well, I'd better start by checking out the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. How do you know the announcement didn't come before now? No, they were dead. They were breathing, and they weren't breathing, and there was no heartbeat, so they were dead. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body, could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened. Or we were all dead. We were all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden. Can't... be okay. I want the room key. I want to check out her room and see what she has in there. Also, our room is the most boring thing ever. Can I check the damn rock now? Okay, time to start. Time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important. From one end to the other. Just need to do what I always do. Okay, first of all, chicken coop. Remember there was some chickens in the chicken coop. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4 chickens. We're missing one. I knew it. Huh? 4? I knew it. What's going on, Makoto? I knew that we'd be missing a chicken. I knew a chicken would be gone. I knew it. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were here in here before? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right? Huh? Oh, what's wrong? He's gonna panic. There's only 4 chickens right now. We're 1 short. I knew you would panic. That's weird. I wonder when it disappeared. I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it have been related to the case? Chicken coops. Chickens. Okay, whatever this is. These looks like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like this before. But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. What? Where have you seen this? What is this something in the bushes? No. Okay, is the body wet? Did they lay here at 7? If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Well, Toko survived the blast. Can I look at her? Do you mean no? Fake nails, they broke off. Well, there's something weird about the body's fingernails. Yeah. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. No, they're not. My nails are short now, okay? They're super short. It's super annoying. I hate it. But that's usually the length I have. It seems like they're getting in the way of no. They don't! Fake ones would, because they're super impractical. I've used it once and I hate it. Fake nails. Oh, this is something on the back of the right hand. Is that a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but you can't really much make out the whole thing. Come on. It's like a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Tattoo on the right hand. She look wet, but we dumped the water. Doesn't matter though. The white jacket of the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. Half the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it. It explained why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? That means they were killed after 7. Explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. It's not the direction it's laying in, is it? Because on a fire, not to water it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't. Right? Analysis. Is there anything else I can check here? Stab wound. Good job. Okay. Can't move around, so I guess step away. Let's look at the timer here. The panel with sprinklers. 7:30 every morning, and look must have at the time Pastor couldn't be changed. Oh, hold on. So the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 this morning, right? Then, if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten wet. The sprinkler should have gotten it wet, which would mean the murder must have taken place. Yeah, after 7:30. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this... What do you think? What happened with the arms of this jacket? And why is it wearing the thing upside down, like inside out? It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before the explosion. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. And Monica Rafael said that the knife went all the way through the body, from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the final injury? The fatal? I can't read. Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Wait, is this... Yeah! Yes, it is! See, the white thing is backwards, and there's no nails on this one. No fake nails, and no tattoo on the hand. Is that a mistake from like the makers of this game, or is that actually like a game plot? There's a knife. It's the knife that the person was holding. This is getting really weird. There's just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, holding that knife. And the same knife was used to stab the same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in kind of a trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife, and maybe then and if this is really Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. Well, you also remember her stirring above your bed. So if you killed her, then that would make any sense. No, it can't be. There's no way. Knife at the crime scene has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Is there nothing left of the face? Just gonna... Also, fake nails and gloves goes really bad together, so... I can do this and I haven't checked everything. Yeah. The flower is still going strong. Let's go to the shed. I guess the pickaxe is gone. No, it's still here. Okay. This end is so nice. And the words are pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. Then let's do that, my man. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime. But the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. Was the body covered or something when the rain was going on? To not make it wet? Or was it dragged through like dirt and something to this place? Nothing here that concerns me. Yeah, I already read that. That's nothing to do with the case. How do you know? Has one of these been used? I really hope there's no clues hidden in the fertilizers. Okay. Nice. Good humor there, buddy. You said there's one more thing that worried you. What is it? I don't know. That was all there was here. I guess the flower? Monochrome flower, huh? Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? Anyway, I don't think it's related to the case, so I think I'll just stay away. There's nothing else here. Yeah, you know. Good time, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words,
I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi? Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? The murder took place after nighttime. How could you know that for sure? Because right after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Oh. He'd begun spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be there. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body there.
In other words,
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's room to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. Or you can work together and do the murder. Although that is stupid, because obvious reasons. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
that's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came to the door, so where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth. I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so... That's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? That means everyone will die. This account. This is why I want the investigation and the trial in one, so I can remember what exactly everything is. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and... Oh, well, I was thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found. Huh? I should look back at when I did... Back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Murakuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. That is a good thing to say is my alibi, because the water and the wet body, but then again the tarp came in here and made it all a mystery. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? No, then Toko, this is convenient. It was just before 9 o'clock. This is precisely 9 on the dot now. That's right, it had to have been like right around 9 o'clock. Ah, have you used like 2 hours? What? Ah, now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, that's my job then. That's a pretty small job. But something still. When the body was found. To the book. Hey girl. You keep not looking at. Okay. So who does that body belong to? Whoever it is. I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. Good. I don't want Jill out here. Jill is probably more helpful though. Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked? You know, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. No, it wasn't. Apparently the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Apparently the wound had stopped bleeding. The blood in the body was still wet. Yaka said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was in the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it. So it was moved there. Wow, thanks! That was a big help! Now that you explained it, I don't remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember a lot better too. So thank you too. Which means it was, even if they were moved here with the tarp, it still means it was done, like something was done to it after 7:30, which is when I had already met up with everyone. Innocent. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area. I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check, specifically that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicion. And I still have to find out more about Kyoko. Get the key from Byakuya! Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true... Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can figure out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room. Thank you! I'll be able to find out more. The key to her room.
It's all clear now.
What?
Yeah, we already know Byakuya has it. Oh, no choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow the room key. Maybe just ask him to join us for that matter. Worst case. Hey, Byakuya. If you do come up with an alibi, I'll be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh, no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all. Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later, and we'll see. Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or maybe not. Come back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. What do you mean, that one area? Just kiss. I love how we spawn in here. Is it the same? Yep. There's nothing here. No, it's just still as gory and terrible as before. Okay. We have seen Kyoko in this room. Let's just take a look. Because I don't know what the game is trying to, like, elude me to do here. There's nothing here. It's usually not somewhere we have been before. Like in a separate class trial or something. I don't know. I'm trying to remember. This is not good. No. Hold on. Is it the 4th floor bathroom? Boys' bathroom. Yeah. Is this the place? Apparently not. There's nothing here. Let's go. Okay, never mind. Fine then. Where does the game want me to go? I'm 75. Do I have 75% of the score? Gym. Gym? There was a there was a exclamation mark here. Unicum is lying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
The bomb. Yes. I just found something. I'm not gonna read it again. I'm sorry. My throat is already parched and it's just been an hour. And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. That fragment I found in the garden, the fragment near the dead body, has been. They can't remove. Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. I'm trying to, because I can't remember myself what happened here, but we all were here when the bomb was done. And then we all went as a group. Yeah, no one was out of anyone's sense except Kyoko, who went to the gardens and became Jill. So technically Kyoko is the only one who could have messed with that. 5. Let's go. I like how quick I travel in this game. He doesn't say anything else. Okay. Hello, mister. Can I talk to you now? Can I tell you about the bomb? It's not what I was gonna look at. So I'm gonna do that rather. Do you think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You want to check on Kyoko's room, right? Very well. Let's go. Wait for me! Kyoko walked off without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to dorms. I know where her room is. I can't unlock it myself. Oh, it's easy. I knew that. Well then, here we go. Kyoko took out the key and slid into the keyhole and then click. And it's open. Looks like it. Thanks. Well, looks kind of like my own room. So this is Kyoko's room. There's something on the table. It's a wood block decoration?
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key? The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses uses them for the lockers. I wouldn't know. I'm never gone to public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing anything like that.
It's
Something like that.
certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that might go with the dojo. Wood block key has been added to the section. The bed's thread is pink. It's horrible. There's a bed. I don't see anything interesting here, at least not as worse. You sure about that, buddy? I guess we can check her bathroom? Here's the bathroom. She might have it out to dry. I'd better not look inside. If she's dead, you better go look to find clues, buddy. Isn't that everything? Yeah, it is.
What?
You want to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko. You can't be serious. That's what you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you plan to poke around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of decision here. More concrete. Oh, I know! Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What is this?
It's true.
Yeah. Get up until something happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. I found it! What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has cleverly happened. So open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets?
What?
That's all that was written there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. What can it mean? Bad! But could something be hidden under the blankets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets. What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Mukuro Ikosaba. Class 78, student registry. Sex female. Mukuro Ikosaba.
I see.
It appears to be Monoko Masikusa. It appears to be Mukuro Ikosaba's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. The key and beep. That's it. This must be the blank that Monokuma talked about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing. And this is what she left behind? I don't have time for your sentimental injustice. Hurry up and finish your search. Oh, okay. I'm in an effort to pull myself together and look down at the profile sheet. Can I read this? It would be great. Name, Mukuro Ikosaba. Sex, female. The ultimate solidaire. Whoop! Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it.
see. Naturally. Hmm.
Well, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our. I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero. This is you. What have you got in your pretty little hands there? You found her profile. So what if we did? Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. In any case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either. Even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Mr. Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Ogami, Mrs. Sakura. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bersara, I'll never see now.
What?
Are rules violated really so are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as a school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course.
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is now, can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting? It's about the one writing the rules. They're actually one of the participants of this killing game. I don't think I've ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then Mr. Mystical 16. When you all first got together in the main hall, way back when, there were 15 people there, right? There's so many dead people here. I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you. A misunderstanding? Are you saying...
in other words,
Oh, that's right. There weren't actually 15 of you.
yes indeed.
The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16? Then...
Nukaromi is the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
And the 16th student, Nukara Rikusawa, she's part of the school life. So the one making all the regulations is... Hmm? You said something. Why are you telling us this? Oh, because, like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up and do a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes indeed.
Makes sense?
Well then.
Okay, that's all I get for now. Oh, actually, I have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I have to get back at the sneaky Miss Kirigiri. Yeah, I'm saying it rightly. Kirigiri. So I'm gonna share a little secret with ya. Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but She wears them to cover a bunch of curious scars that he doesn't want anyone to see. What? Okay, that's all you get. That, though, fits with the body. Because they said, like, there's a bunch of scars there, or, like, wounds. There are more wounds there, but they're days old. But then again, I don't know. We didn't see any scars on the hand, though. Kyoko wearing those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars. Wait, so on the back of her hand, the tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said that there were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars. Which means those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Hmm?
What?
Forget about her. What matters now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such ignorance.
God must really hated you to make you so dull. I should have snapped at your Aurelis and asked like beside me. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here. Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to this game. But why would he tell us that, and why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of the 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the
It's
case.
certainly possible.
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of this school killing game. Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to the conclusions, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my
It's all
mind.
clear.
Mukuro Ikosawa isn't the culprit. What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So, in other words,
Mukuro giving us information that would raise question about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap? Then they want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusions. That's what makes sense to me. The way you said it, it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo are really connected.
let's go.
Well, are you coming? This guy is actually the most helpful one now. Like, he is seriously in for, like, doing this. This is great, because Kyoko is gone. There were lockers here. They use woodlock keys, just like those super traditional public bathrooms. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right? It's the one
Very
in-
strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at all at the moment. Oh, true. I didn't say that. Just click the locker that was accessible. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found on the locker, right? Well, just try it. Okay. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and click. Locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. Are there arrows in here? It looks like 10 arrows in total in the bloody rag. They look like they're made out of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. They said there was one blunt wound with like something like a pipe. I guess these ones maybe? Oh, there's something else in the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape? I wonder what this was used for. Is that a bloodstain? If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow. But how could it possibly be involved? That also explains why I'm innocent, because I had no key to the Kyoko's room, and this was found in a locker that had the key in it. Yeah. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. For now. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's really odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case, but how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Yeah? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. What's the next location? There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir. You mean the mercenary group that Makuro was part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? It's not obvious. Where in the school would you go to do research on something? You're talking about the archive? That's right. The archive has all kinds of information about the general public that doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. Haven't you read this like 3 times already? I thought you knew everything. I believe there was a file relative to Fenrir somewhere here. Oh, okay, you probably read it, but you didn't. Okay. Yaka seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight for the shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. Yeah, anyway. He quickly returned with a file in hand. Give me, please.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all this way to high school without even learning a single word of French? I know a couple words. Je ne sais pas le français means I don't understand French. Je parle l'anglais. I speak English. Tu parles l'anglais? Do you speak English? Pardon, je ne sais pas le français. Excuse me, I don't understand French. That's all I can say. Je m'appelle Rachel. My name is Rachel. That's literally all I can say. I can't say how old I am. I can't say anything else. I can probably like read it if I see the text, but I would not remember what it is. I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? What is this angle? Does he know it from heart? Because he's just standing above me reading. Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out in the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. That's why I say kind of Norwegian-esque, because Fenrir. Their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which were highly classified. However, some time ago they completely ceased all activity. That's why the wolf tattoo on her hand. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. They are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing their many state secrets they acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded. What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unimaginable world. That's what makes it so exciting. Exciting? Definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be our last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir came from, right? It was a wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joined the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. It's just like the clans in Fairy Tail. Wait, they got a tattoo of Fenrir. Could that mean Mukuro Ikosawa's profile had been updated to the Truth Bullet section? It's not a Kyoko! And I need water. Need to hydrate. I'm gonna do it when we are in the elevator.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms. The Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end.
Because
You
red.
should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
The time has come. All I can do now is just try to uncover the truth during the class trial. It would seem that way. Let's go. I like how Aurelia spelled reading. We're so few people. Oh, Björk and Malkato showed up together. Where the heck were you two? Have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure out by this point? Makoto's right. Enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you? What? Are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second? He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But when I stood there for 5 full minutes, waiting for something weird to happen, and then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma showed up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here? Or what? Jesus. Did I scare you? I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that?
What? Made you wait? You got it all backwards. You the ones making me wait.
Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now.
Is it me you're waiting for? I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey,
I'm here, and no rule's been broken. Kyoko! Kyoko! You're still alive? No. Oh, that's a ghost! Stop talking.
If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that that there's no particular penalty for being late?
is
Dude.
that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulations did I violate? Am I wrong?
You're so selfish and so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I'll bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyways, hustle your butts into the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you.
When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right. Now we're gonna deal with a ghost. I told you to stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whenever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without even looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long. I'll be happy when this trial is over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the class trial started. Who did it? I don't remember. We're getting to the trial now. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So...
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There weren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. Any taboo romance. There is someone who's really horny for someone else. If you think of our relationship, but me as in super sub and also real horny, and you as in more bossy and even smarter and rich. Let's just say that. And then it's this duo here. The person we are playing as is a male. Wait. As in smart and not so bright and a little crazy, maybe. You're more calm, collected, and I don't know what to call it. So basically just, no, I'm not that bad. Also, I'm not a serial killer, so... eh. I think if I was... no, I don't know. Sure. I also don't write romance literature stuff, so I think we're okay. But I wouldn't say... there's been some weird people in here, but they're all dead now, so let's continue on. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out?
So...
Just now. I finished my search and came back down. Just in time to hear the class trial announcement. Sure. Yeah. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. Like the girl I'm talking about, some of her lines I just can't read because they're too bad. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. I've sent you text. I've sent you snaps of it before. It's crazy. They're crazy. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in this school. You should write some romance novels. It could be interesting, but I don't think that I'm that good of a writer. Who knows? Well, who knows? You're right. Who knows? I as a weird person might actually get some twists and turns there too, so that maybe people won't be able to guess their way through. Usually, romance though isn't what I read. If I'm reading anything. Romance is usually in there, but not the center. It'll awaken something inside you. I'm just Kyoko before she started writing. Oh god. Who knows, maybe it'll wake the serial killer in me. Who knows? Well, at least she likes to kill petite little cute men, so I guess you're in the clear since you're tall AF. Also, she has never had anything in her life ever. So over to there. I haven't killed anyone. Just in case, that doesn't count. Does it count? Is.
Just a second.
Hey! What are you doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monogama!
Makoto,
We can go over all the details after we go through the trial. Okay, Makoto? Stop. What? Stop what? I'll just get to the elevator. Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
it would seem
I forgot to ask about your dream. It's not killing people, okay? It's fine. And what dream when? I think I dreamt something yesterday, but I can't remember. You remember that now? It's like, it's halfway over midnight. I guess this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her? Well, she was gone, so if anyone is... Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way into the elevator. I'm just overthinking, that's what she said, right? No, I guess if I would be anyone here, I would be actually the guy we are. Like the main character. Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the door slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusty darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating lights of hope. It's the damn whiteness of the screen. It was the blinding light of despair. Did they recolor this room? This is not the same. I hate it.
I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. It's time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
The time for those.
Let's get on with the show.
And so the curtains opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. I want to save, please, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna take a little stop here while I check this one out. Yeah, you did forget about mine. I think I got some more skills, didn't I? Yeah, I do. I can have a lot more things here, so we're good. Try 2. Cost 2. Yeah. I don't really have many things here. I have so many extra points I can just use. Bullet action. Costs. Okay. Yeah, that's all I have. Let's just get on with the trial, shall we? I'm gonna annoy him to the end. I'm not gonna text about this one.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
Well, I probably could because I don't need to speak that
Your
much.
votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that
Swear there's
deceived
multiple.
everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is. It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Like Kyoko standing right there.
No, that's a ghost.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because
Never played Phasmophobia, has he?
she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Oh, poor hero.
How much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Not I realize this is who I compared you with.
So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
They're both female. That's it. One important trait Kyoko had provides the body belongs to. Piercing glare? An important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her. Gloves, I guess.
I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
Says you who know it.
And would you happen to know the answer?
We actually do.
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
I think my voice frame is okay.
You know, now that I think about it, the
First
corpse
you're just-
wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion.
Drama part of it is
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
everyone can knock someone knock Hiro out. There's no way the corpse was Kyoko. But if I can prove why, we're going to be stuck here and the case won't move forward. The tattoo and the glove. So I don't have any other choice but to... Tattoo. Can I get the thing?
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Mine
They
is so
got
slow.
burnt up in the explosion.
There you go.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko. This entire discussion is idiotic.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the last sentence.
That Kyoko. Okay, then prove
The
it.
dead body what?
They got burnt up.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Ah, okay. Never mind.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko. This entire
Okay.
discussion is idiotic.
I'm gonna grab...
That Kyoko.
Impossible.
I don't like grabbing
Okay,
this early
then
though.
prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Nah, I don't know. Yeah, you did say something weird. Okay.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko. This entire discussion is idiotic.
Anything else? I think it's
Okay?
his last
prove it.
sentence.
Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
Like I said, those fingernails doesn't fit with gloves. Why wouldn't the
No.
tattoo?
There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves.
Come on.
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain.
Yep.
Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Okay, I agree on that one. Fine.
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Well, I could also just like put makeup on just sitting here, but
Well, Kyoko, any
or,
thoughts?
you know. Oh my
These
god.
gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
That's why I make holes in everything I own.
The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
It's a waste of time.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
Oh my
That's
god.
the first thing I said.
You know-
You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from here. From there. Splinkers. Yeah, wait, tattoo on the right hand. Tattoo on the right hand.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition.
We could see the tattoo clearly. Damn Kyoko. Damn Togo.
If Kyoko really is still, then who died?
There's gotta be. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition, and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body,
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
And the one thing that can tell us what's on the victim's own body.
If Kyoko
Yeah, the
really
tattoo.
is still alive, then who died?
there's gotta be some. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition, and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma. Well, if we can't identify the body,
And there's nothing else we can do, right?
Kyoko really, then who died?
there's gotta be. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition, and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma. Well, if we can't identify the body.
I knew it was that one. Come on, game. Come on.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real? You're lying. You'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog? Her master must have made her get it to be like, you're my bitch.
Aurelius, you're still here. You see why I compared myself to this one? You're still there. I'll send it to him just in case.
Seriously? You really did something that humiliating? No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
If you compare the tattoo to the information we have on the victim's identity. Why is there... Oh, fake nails. I'm just trying to figure out if it's... No, what's his account? But I think it's... this one.
I got it!
Yeah, good.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps.
Fenrir.
That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so to show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that Fenrir represents Fenrir is... Is this Hangman's Gambit again? Oh my god. It's a wolf. Yeah. W. Wolf. This is the easiest thus far. Yay! This is my spirit animal.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
That's the easiest thing we've had thus far,
The
thank
Wolf
god.
of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
I don't like that she also likes Norse mythology just like me.
After all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo.
You know,
And
come
that
on.
means
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a coup last trial?
I make her stutter more than
It means
that.
we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
Ultimate solitary. Was it soldier?
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
Soldier. It was soldier, not solitary.
If I remember correctly,
I can't read.
that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right? So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she
Says the
wasn't
serial
an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
Okay, maybe I'd make her stutter there.
The
Good.
headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Girls. It's
Okay. We're in
It's
the
fine,
middle of a
girls.
trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all future parental chatter and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering
We
the
are
identity
national
of the
TV after
mastermind
all.
will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. explanation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Hasn't people already jumped
Get a
on
hold of
Kyoko?
yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
It's basically just 2 left. And after I get my evidences, it's only
I'm
Kyoko
sure
left.
you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, there can be 2 suspects. Makoto and Kyoko. Talk contents.
I got it! You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain.
Thank you.
Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The 4 of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs.
Thanks for repeating it. Nice butt.
All of which is to say, the 4 of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me
Hey.
and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
The only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't understand. Somehow I got to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Yes?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help them out.
Sounds like a little kid or something.
Yakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
9.
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
Which no one touched. So what time was the body? But discovered was 9 o'clock. I'm getting my heart
The
back.
body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Yeah, we already saw this. We've been through it twice already.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around...
I need to pay attention.
Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. Okay, then it looks like the game has begun. I can't prove an alibi for that period. Then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I didn't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. Okay. Sprinklers. Yep.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
That's correct.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Okay, that's when the sprinklers are going. Sorry. Fine.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night
I'm a little too rapid, it's fine.
And Makoto doesn't have...
Yeah, from 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Wait, what? Nothing. There's something that happens in the garden now. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would...
Okay.
We've
This is
established a
10?
time frame for it took place somewhere between.
No, that's wrong. Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such indecent words?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
I need to petition. I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. Well, it was me! I threw the bucket of water. It took certain evidence that should do it. If you look at the body itself, we should make it clear. Oh no, no, no.
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! How can you say
This
this?
should prove it.
I didn't get any more bullets. I just had this one.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry?
You didn't even look at the body, girl.
Oh,
Okay.
maniac!
I'm so sick of her.
What?
Let's just Move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because...
No. She was on fire.
While the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place
After 7:30.
sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
Yes.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi. Which would mean that Makoto's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
Yake is obsessed with traps.
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time, stop wasting energy. You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss. Shutting up now.
Anyway,
Damn it.
Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko?
That doesn't make sense
But
with
you made
thinking
one
of the bomb bit.
catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Tarp.
Interesting.
But still, I wasn't
I'm
alone
listening.
ever, so...
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Certain something at the scene that you used to cover the body would have been...
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water.
I guess that means Hina is the only one, actually. Because she was so sure about the clock.
Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. The tarp. If If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? The body.
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. But before explosion is near dead body. I don't know.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
Mm-hmm.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
I remember the blood on the body hadn't dried yet. Kyoko even warned us not to touch it to avoid getting blood on us.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
No, that's wrong.
Ha! Had it. Thanks,
Actually,
Mako.
one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
The duct tape? Is this when it comes in? Which means Byakuya? I don't know.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Hmm? Huh? The blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
Yep.
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from
Chicken.
right there in the garden.
The poor chicken. Oh. The blood in the garden.
I got it!
Poor chicken.
Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful.
Then technically killed 2 living
Seen
things.
it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the
There.
scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then cover the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. Not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it.
I'm
The
imprecise.
ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
That's why it was on the backwards.
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so.
No.
Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
They weren't wearing the
Here's
cape.
what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
There you go.
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body.
And stick the knife
They'd
through?
be done in no time.
Or
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then
Excuse
you
me?
had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't
What?
you say?
no, we headed straight for the gym together.
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
Also, I know what she's doing, so it's fine.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. That's not a truth position. Heat book. Wait, did we have this already?
Well,
No,
then,
that's not a bad
looks
idea.
like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
50-50, we all die or just one.
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Super serious.
Don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
I was supposed to take care of
One we
it.
found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
They let me take care of it.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
Tell them about it. I couldn't be sure of what had actually had happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000%! 1000% convinced.
You're too easily convinced, buddy. Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. This always makes me nervous. This guy's dead body explosive. That was a fragment near a dead body. Let's listen to all of this first.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto. It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
No, but the Monokuma file said also like a blunt head. You already established that the coat was put on after the body, after the tarp was removed, which means when the knife was thrusted into the coat into the body.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body. It's the same one we gave to Makoto. It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
Stab, stab.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Fragments near. We were already established that the coat was put on the body after the tarp was removed, which means when the knife was thrusted through the coat into the body.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body. It's the same one we gave to Makoto. It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because
I'm
I
not
had
sure.
the knife once, that automatically.
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
Yeah, I thought so. That's the only thing that for me that could make sense at all.
Wait, hold on. The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Hmm.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
You just said it.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
There would have been more blood there, I think, then. Victim was stabbed twice in the same spot. No. There's no way that's possible. The exact conditions of the body are down for everyone to see.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. I totally forgot about that.
Oh my god, Hiro. Can't get us all murdered.
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime. So
they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward.
I think we should also have taken the
trap.
trap.
Latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
God. I'm not gonna send that to her else. It's gonna use it towards me.
I'll tell ya, I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion. I was gonna see if there was the actual bomb there or just a
After the
fragment.
explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right?
There's a turnip.
That
Yeah.
fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural. Because, of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh, then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
I wonder if I left my sweater down on here or if
That's
it's somewhere
true.
else.
It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
Determine the all. We killed the victim. We need to concentrate. Arrows? Okay, I need to grab something here.
Then shall we continue the debate?
It's never this one.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't you because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
The knife was a cover-up, and all those other wounds in her body weren't fresh. Which only leaves...
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally...
And it wasn't you because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body. Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
No, it's wrong.
Yeah. I'm almost full. Back on hearts.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
rolled.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
I knew I was gonna say that. I knew.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, buddy.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Yep.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours.
Oh my god.
Put it on the ground and spit on it.
Oh my god.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
Arrows, right?
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Lean my chair up. The real murder weapon. It was the tattoo. It was the splinkers. Splinkers. It was the chicken.
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her.
We just established that.
And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
An arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Yep.
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Nothing back.
Sure. That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon. It was locked. One more secret. A lot of duct tape, good luck key, titanium arrows. I guess the key?
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Talking back to Master.
Hmm?
You have no right!
Yeah, we know this.
The titanium, it was in the dojo. I have no doubt that was.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced.
Well, because in the it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too.
No, it's wrong.
No, it's right, but it's wrong. I know.
You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Duct tape.
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled up wad of duct tape. The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks.
No, I don't know
One
actually.
stick is weak, but put them together and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? You even listening?
I was asking the same thing.
Anyway, That explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh, that's a lie.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
We were there. We
You say
met
that
her.
with such confidence.
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
And again, he had the
What's the
key
matter?
to her room.
Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
Just the timing doesn't fit. I have evidence. And it's like Kyoko went to the dojo. That's the key. It must be connected to the dojo locker. Yeah, you don't need to spell it out for me. Come on,
The
game.
one thing that proves Kyoko
Give me some
went to
credit.
the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give
Oh, you killed it and someone else covered it up?
Not this again.
If
You really
Byakuya...
are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
Because Byakuya had the key to Kyoko's thing. But he did not have time to take the bomb or fix the tarp or anything. But he could have killed them, put them there, and then sent Toko to fix it later. Would have been my guess.
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why?
So freaky.
What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
She was protecting me? Then does that mean she knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue. Could that be what? Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko... She killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
Mm-hmm. What? Heck, I should know better than anyone? What does that mean? He had the key! When the body was found. I don't think that's
Those
the right
words
one.
you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master, would he ever hide something from me?
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker
Wait, Kyoko gave her room to Byakuya, right? Which would mean...
Those words you just spoke, what do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Shoot! Those words you just spoke, what do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that.
What are you, Master? Would you ever hide something?
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated that you said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo and then left the locker key in my own room. Correct. But could I really have done that?
I want the proof.
I'm not. You should understand.
Master, would you
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's wrong. If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
Huh? Why not?
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? If you wait for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us. The mastermind's trap. The mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... The mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her. Her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. Am I the only one who knows that's a lie? I didn't catch this. I'm the only one who can expose it? But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What I do? I have to decide here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. I don't know. My phone doesn't do anything. I don't know.
There was a lie hidden within Kyoko's statement just now.
A lie?
Isn't that right, Kyoko?
You said it. The burden of proof is on you. So let's hear it. Where's this lie, then?
Kyoko's never lying, and it must be because there's some other deeper truth she wants to keep hidden. Okay. Music? No, make your argument. Kyoko's account.
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt about that, right?
You are correct.
So I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
Then, when we searched Kyoko's room, how else could the key have gotten there?
Someone other than me must have put it there. That's the only explanation.
So told me before the trial started that she had stolen something very important from the headmaster's room. She could get in. She had a key that opened everything.
I didn't have the key to my room because I'd given it to Byakuya. There's no doubt
You are correct.
so I couldn't possibly have gotten into my room.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think this is a good
Kyoko
idea.
could have gotten into her room.
I think I'm gonna get a bad
You
ending.
said so yourself, didn't you, Kyoko?
So the website's not quite. I used Monaco, my secret tool, which can open any lock in this school. What? Yeah.
Monokuma's secret tool?
Kyoko stole it from the headmaster's room. It lets you get into any room in the school. Which means she could have used it to get into her own room.
She wouldn't have told us that if she was...
Then I guess that's it.
I don't know.
You're giving up just like that? You admit to killing...
No, I'm simply recognizing that I lost.
What are you talking about?
Is this good or
I
bad?
said this was a trap, and I wasn't able to escape it. So I lost. That's all this means.
I'm not sure.
You saying you really didn't, Kyoko? You really aren't the killer?
Okay, time's up!
Huh?
I'm sorry to say, but your time is up! All done, all finished. The class trial is all over.
But that's ridiculous! Since when is there any...
It's because you were late, so the trial started late and time ran out. So then, it's time for voting time.
We didn't have
okay?
the anime
Everyone,
thing.
Please vote using the lever in front of you. But I guess we already know who the blackened is, don't we?
Please say if I'm wrong. Oh no, I can restart the chapter. I can restart like from the point where we started to go into this trial. There isn't anything else we didn't do, is there? Good job, you got it right. Brilliantly right. I got it right? Does that mean Kyoko really is the killer? But something strange is going on here. There's something wrong with this whole class trial. Kyoko!
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
Is everyone ready? Okay then.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I'm sorry. Ignore me smiling, it's a spoiler. I resist the temptation to Google what I should have done. I don't like she being purple. She's literally turning blue. I'm gonna Google this. Hold on. I'm gonna Google this. Just, I did the decision before I knew. Okay. Yeah, what happens if you pick run away? Okay, it seemed like I kind of had to. No matter what. I don't like it if it's having a bad ending. Okay, so something else happens if you don't pursue it. Oh, okay. Umbrella sent me something and I tried to figure out what it was. Okay. We did pursue. This is the whole dialogue thing. This is like the literal manuscript, like picture for picture, and like dialogue text of what they did. But if I don't want to pursue why? No, people should have let him. You should have let him slide. Okay, I'm gonna look this more up later and actually look up a little video of what happens if we don't do this. We'll actually do that together after we're done the chapter. That's how the class trial of Mokura Ikusaba came to an end. I still had to wonder whether Kyoko was actually innocent or... Regardless, the truth was lost forever. Even for me. I just stopped thinking about it. That was the end of Mokuro's class trial. And in the end, it would prove to be our last class trial. Once that the case was over, there was never a single murder at Hope's Peak ever again. We had obtained peace in exchange for the lives of all the others. I did wrong! I messed up! No, wait! Why is Toko dead? The fuck? Are we building a new society here? Excuse me. Did Hina get pregnant first with Byakuya? Then me and then... You know? That means that it's peace, but only for us. That was the only hope we had. Hope. 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 This is hope?
No! This isn't right!
Yeah, I did wrong. Huh? Nah. Look at that again. Yeah.
Makoto, why are you staring off into space? Don't you have a rebuttal for Kyoko's claim?
Her claim? Oh, that's right. I have to... Did I expose Kyoko's lie or not? We're not done yet! Yes! Yes! Thank God! Oh, I was like, oh, I have to replay this. No, we don't. She's not wrong. I have to think about this very carefully. What do I do? I have to decide right here. Let it go. I have made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secrets here. Something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Does no one have a rebuttal?
No, I don't.
Decided to accept her assertion as fact.
Poor Hina.
I see.
We're building
So
our
you
life.
still refuse to
We
accept.
still only have one female.
I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the
Oh my
locker key in her
God,
room.
everyone
That
was
someone else.
poor Hina. Everyone slept with her.
But who else could it have been?
You.
Byakuya had a room key, right?
Yes, it was him.
What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi.
I
From that
want
time
to
on, I was
kill
with you guys the entire
Toko.
time.
But Toko wasn't.
Possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of.
You.
Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
I'm talking about me on here.
It had to be Makoto, right?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. don't you? Lugaro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead, and then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be.
Okay, time's up.
Huh?
Time's up. Class trials all over. Everyone can stop
I'm gonna
talking
be
now.
judged now.
Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time. So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you.
Voting time?
Now we get this one. Just a... No, the coins. Have a lot of coins.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the
But what about the anime? I like that one.
Hold on.
Anime is like the best part of this.
What's it gonna be?
100% gonna be. This was the right choice. What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it. Good job, everyone. Good job? Yep, they got it right. No, that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense. It makes perfect sense. It's the same as always. It's just like the other class trials. And I'm gonna end it the same way. It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I... Kyoko.
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Now you guys get to see why I'm smiling. It's the exact same trap. But I remember something about this. Like, I think it feels like I played this part before. But that doesn't make any sense. You don't play these parts. Also... What? I like how they animated us both in here though. Kyoko and me. Just in case. Should I have ran away from the situation? Was that the right choice? They're both looking down. The same animation, just different characters. Jacksepticeye? Or is that something else? Game? What are you insinuating? I have the same shade though, color in the face. Rodrigo! This didn't happen to Kyoko. Bye, I'm gonna come out. Rodrigo! Yee! Definitely the right way.
Huh? What's this? What's going on? Hey, was that?
Yeah, it had to be.
This is.
Alter ego.
Alter ego? Is this a stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell. I don't believe this.
I see you made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What is that?
In other words,
What I'm saying is you shouldn't have underestimated us.
Oh, are you talking like you already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an itch. This stupid virus is gone now. Got it, and so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. Two ways away in the garbage stewing pit. In a way, that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm going to bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world.
Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words,
No, it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
so
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in the bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school for privileged. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. We're back to the beginning. There are two things you need to attend this school. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you have to be very best at what you do. No ordinary student can enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted out by the school itself. And starting there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with the ultimate students was me. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? It wasn't any classroom I've been in before. What the heck is going on? Yeah. We still had the desk when we fell down. Finally, I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and I was awake. Or was it just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare? No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. That awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of a light seeping in. We can see too clear for this then. Trash was piled high around all the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But was that just the beginning of my problems? Was it going to be stuck in here till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me, and he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now, for myself or for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of here. I'm gonna finish chapter 5 before we leave off here, I think. Is that an airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? That's a rocket and a tank. I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. That was, Leon, right? This is a desk. It's probably the one that fell down with me here. It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm going to get out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. Smart choice. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. I'll just get sick. Next I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up. Because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left, after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed, and all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell down from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage joisted and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down here over there? Something fell down from up above. What could it have been? Well, I guess we should inspect it then. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? If I were the other guys, I would have tossed some good food. I carefully stretched my hand out towards whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
Yeah. We already heard the voice, game. A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. Kyoko! Senpai!
It smells awful.
Oh, Kyoko! You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage on your hair. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Thank you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you! I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. It's been a day! Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way towards my stomach. I really hit the spot. No, I got all the energy I need to keep going. You still haven't given up, then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forwards is about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. Hello. But Kyoko, why do you come rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or to atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial. Even though when you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. No, I didn't say anything at all. Innocent. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I did nothing to help the situation either. I abandoned you. I didn't abandon you. Sorry. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. No, totally not do that myself. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you. You almost didn't make it. But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason I had to survive no matter the cost. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope Speak Academy for one very important reason. So we have some reason to coming to Hope Speak? That's right. At least I did once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot, but that's a memory. Then it's really true. You lost your memory.
Makoto.
Do you remember Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at this school? First thing. We're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted and then I woke up. I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and then I woke up. I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnection.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what about... But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems too convenient. Are you sure you think you lost your memory because... I don't think. I'm positive that it was the works of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I came up with. Because of my purpose and my abilities, somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plan. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind, which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why don't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's also the chance of the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Oh well, I don't make too big of a deal of it. Don't make too big of a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind, one of us? If she believes that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she could look around her for her missing memories by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but... I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Yeah, it's nothing. Tell her! It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Tell her! Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others. I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. Girl, there's nothing else for me to check. You said you had a reason for doing all this investigation on your own, so how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. Ability is ultimate morgue worker. It's been settled many rounds ago. Miss our little friend Lucy. You mentioned your ability. My ability that everyone should have known from me. That everyone should have known me for. It's the ultimate detective. The ultimate detective? Mm-hmm.
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone? Who?
So,
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. What?
in other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad. Is Hope's Peak's headmaster? Then that explains... Then Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. No matter what it takes, I'll find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter what the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? It's been a while since we had seen that with him. My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However,
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said it because... I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there?
so
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, a desk drawer dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
it's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorm using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This was some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and the key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if I went there, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So we went to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like? That part of school, I mean, it's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we'd ever imagined. But what do you mean?
so
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get the chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important. And really ominous. Ah, my throat is getting so dry. Of course, once I got to the second floor doors, cameras and monitors, which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It had to do with Mokuro Ikosawa, doesn't it?
however,
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
anyway,
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial was Mukuro Ikosawa was to get me killed. Get you killed?
indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared. And in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you're free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion. She followed the rules! The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rule. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations. There's one other thing I'd like to point out before the murder of Mukuro Ikosawa. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have been the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. It could have... I could have become the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean, yeah, when they were above me in bed during the night? They drugged me, probably. I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. The ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway.
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down at the stairwell and I saw a white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away, and as I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room. How did it get in? That's what I want to know.
Correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However...
Aww, senpai! That wasn't the end of things though. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murderer was disguised, and the dojo key would put in my room. All this had to be the works of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right? I don't have the conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if it's true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is contradictions. So what does it all mean?
In other words...
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think that the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused the event. You're talking about what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Tragedy. Whoever was responsible for that. They are the ultimate despair? The described group whose only purpose and motives comes from despair. Then they're... Make no mistake. They're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. You can do this for 5 hours. It's just been 4. When did you say that comment? That's so much text. It's the chapter should be ending soon. Any second. And that is our real enemy. There! It's done! It's done! Oh my gosh. Do I get blackened? No. I'm still alive. Neil doesn't get to know. Is it done? Dream Island Rocket? Okay. I don't want that present. Can I skip it? Yes, I want to save. Let me save. It could be better, right? The quality. Oh, come on. I like this. The thing is, like, I have seen this anime before because it's based off of that. But it's so many years ago, like, I can't even remember what happens. So this is, like, kind of... It's not equally as mystical as it would have been, but I don't remember who killed who except, like, the part of the first murder, and I knew we were gonna be sent down here. I know Kyoko was gonna join us. And I know the base, like, ending. I know what's going on here. But I still didn't remember the puzzle of who killed who. But I like them. I like a murder mystery. It's fun. Like, there were people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people. put together this killing game and begun broadcasting it around the world. This is a game. I'd say it's a game, yeah, it's a game. But it's a game heavily I'm tired. Heavily based on the anime. Not a game. It's an anime. Let's just call it an anime with point and click. The most desperate, awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. You don't do nothing. I'm reading and I'm clicking my button and I'm choosing which things to do where, and I need to do like the little minigame thingies, so choosing what to say in which location and whatnot. And I can choose who to talk to and who to interact with, who to become friends with, and reveal more of who they are. Sure. Hey, shut up. Our enemy has finally been revealed. Chapter 6! But right now.
Anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna just see if anything happens there. Right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figure out the rest of the story. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. No, stop. No, it's done like any second now. Come on, I just need to like the chapter 6 big headline to show up. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't. No, give me the 6. I just still have. Ah, fine. Okay. We're gonna end it here. It's not doing it for me. It's fine. Let's save. I'm just gonna do this. So like, yeah. Chapter 6. Okay. Return to main menu. Yeah. Okay. It's been going on for so long. Sakura, no. It is a murder mystery game, that is. And you have to like find clues and whatnot. Like this is the worst trial to be as an introductory thing for you if you have watched any of this. Because this is just a whole mess of a thing. The other ones are a lot more interesting because they're a lot more intricate and they actually have to do with the people that is in this group. And it's not like just might be murder mystery. It is. And it's not just like, oh, we can single out these 2 people and you need to do that and whatnot. Another game. It is a game. It is though. But I'm gonna end it here though, because my voice is gone. There is no more voice left. I can feel myself is sore in the throat. It's gonna be fine. It's a PC book. Well, it's a little bit more interactive than a PC book. I'd say it's a lot more interactive than the game I showed you on VR. Can't remember the name, but you know which one I mean. The other murder mystery that you never figured out the ending to because you were too pissed off about the game. It's basically just turn the page. Try reset. A little bit. I'd still call it a game, but you do you, man. I like story-based things, but I can't do too much of this, at least when live, because it will destroy my throat, because I'm not used to continuously read for 3 hours. So other games in that sense is better. Not even try. Well, some people like this one, okay? I need to watch the anime again. Because I think this one is really like the same. I like story-based much more than you. No, you don't. If you like story-based games much more than me, then why have we been playing Raft and Valheim and Phasmophobia and and Dead by Daylight for that matter? Like, why not do like Little Hope and Way Out and all of these things? Because that's story-based, which I'm really happy we could do one day in the future. I grew up with story-based. You had all the FIFAs, didn't you? I don't know if there's any story there, but not as far as I know. Sims as well. I don't know if that can count. It's kind of a story, I guess. It's the story you make yourself. I don't know. I'm just curious. Like, I think this is fun, but it's maybe a little too much for me, maybe? I don't know. Don't tell me I don't. No, I know you also play like Toy Story and how's the kid? Lara Croft something. Yeah, my brain doesn't work. And all of those other games that is story based and you really love them. But I'm referring to like these other types of things. Compared to me and what I have played is the only thing I'm saying here. Oh, games without story. I know, like all, I was like I also say I don't know. Like, I don't know, didn't you? Bus or flight? I don't remember. I don't know. For survival and simulators. Oh, I've actually played simulators too. Goat Simulator has no story whatsoever. I forgot that one. I do like that one. Also, for some reason, I like Counter-Strike, which has no story whatsoever, but I only play it on spots, so yeah. What? That is fine. It's getting so hot in here. Oh my gosh. My eyes are not good. No, dude. You have! I have video proof of you playing Good Sam. But you didn't like it. You basically hated it. But I tried to show you like a story-based game with the murder mystery thing, but you didn't call it a game. That is real heavy story. But you hated that one. But Eagle Flight that has no story and you just fly around as a bird, which I love. I love that game so much. Okay. I like Beat Saber and I like that one. Maybe I'm not actually... No, I still like stories, but yeah, I still like those two. But you like that one much more. Plus, it was you who wanted to play It Takes Two, so... I don't say you don't like story-based games. I'm just saying that I don't think you like it more than me, which you are saying. That's the only thing. I'm not trying to say you don't like story. That's not it. Because I know you do. You want a good story. Which It Takes Two is not. Yep, I do. Yeah, I doubt it. No way. Okay, let's ask this question instead. How so? How do you know that you like it more than me? How many books have you read? I have read a lot of books. I like story. Stories. I'll let this background go in the meantime. It's something that lights up my face a little bit. Play FIFA. I don't know. I've never played FIFA. I played FIFA like once in my life. I know you have like actual people there which have actual stories. But I don't know what happens in the game. Let's see. I should put on my phone. It's so hot. Note on all stats. The game didn't keep. I made my own story. Huh. I think I have some FIFA games. I wanna hang on. Found a house on Google Maps. Where I live. Writing does take a little longer than Just saying out loud. I could also mention my love for D&D. It's basically just played Sims in my head while playing FIFA. Yeah, that feels a lot more story-esque. I don't think I would done like in a game-wise anything like that. No. Do that. Actually keep for more than a week. I kind of get that. I can say. I guess. I don't know. I just like I said, I've never played. I don't think I've actually played FIFA ever. I just watched someone play it once, or maybe I touched the controller, but someone's like, "Nah, you're not good enough. Let's trade in." I don't know. I don't remember. DVD is the first thing game I ever played that doesn't have a story. D&D still DBD still has a story. Like every character has their story and every killer has theirs. There's the extra text stuff we have now and the little like video clips. So this still has a story, even though the actions that we do doesn't really have any story in it. But it still has a lot of like history behind it. It's not story. The history behind it is lore. Okay, yeah, true. True. Completely different. I don't know why. There's more story than Raft at least. Or lore, you can say, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Let's see what options does. Yeah. That's also what I wanted to check if someone else came in here. See, it's you. Oh my god. Did you see the snap I sent? Let me check. You did. But I can win this argument in person. Yeah, let's try that instead then. But no, we could also just say that we both like story-based stuff equally. Let's just say that, so yeah. So I'm gonna end this here as well. So thank you everyone for watching. A little here and there, no. Oh, we'll see, won't we? Unless it's a screen of white, I don't want that, I don't like that. But yeah, I'm heading over to bed and rest my voice. Because I'm unable to play if it hasn't got one. Or is in the other categories, like you said. You actually like games with that. Well, Beat Saber is basically just music. It's music. It's basically just like listening to music and dancing. I like dancing. So I like rhythm games in that sense. But Goat Simulator is not, so it's just random. I like the randomness of Goat Simulator. But that has no story whatsoever. None. You can't really. You can play around in Raft now. That's him. Like you're my human now. But yeah. But anywho, I'm gonna end it here. So thank you again, Aurelius, for stepping by, and thank you everyone else for watching as well. I'm gonna be back again tomorrow, as always, when my chinchillas are hopefully more tired than this. And run, Poppy's digging. All the animals are awake. I need to find the cat as well. Wherever she is. But yes, so I'm gonna end this here. So thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed this, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye everybody. Bye everyone. Good night. Sleep tight.